not really good with the radio signal analyzer. I'm just learning about it. But I put my little vest on today because I've been getting overheated. Um, having like extreme temperature changes or whatever. And I just want all of you guys to know that even though I don't necessarily know all the steps to get out of Tybro, I'm still willing to learn and investigate and try. So I think like if you were a part of Tybro and you were being assaulted or whatever, you should still try to what's the word I'm thinking of? You should still try to, like, literally they're pulling on the blanket with that pressure. Um, you should still try to record this because you never know who's going to watch your stuff and they're going to be able to see, like, hey, they were actually hit with a directional energy weapon. So, like, I'm going to put mine behind me or whatever like that because that's where they hit me the most. And you'll be able to see, like, the different uh, signal strengths, even though like I'm not that good at it. And then also this pulsating that they do, this pressure, these hard vibrations, those are actually pretty detectable if you had an EMG machine on, I believe. And then also even if somebody just is like touching you, because you can feel it like when you touch your body. So just know like when you touch your body and those thumps that she does and the temperature changes are very noticeable. And then the vibrations are very noticeable. Like you can touch yourself and you can actually really feel it. So if it was happening to you and like you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend, like I had asked a couple of my friends, I'm like, can I just have you like, put your hands right there so you can feel what's happening to my body? And they were like, yeah, no problem. And of course, but they do it in the most embarrassing areas. So you got to find somebody that you like trust. And those thumps are actually very, very, very noticeable. And I realized that you can also record some of that. So you can record the thumps that she does, even when she hits it by your feet. Whenever you're like, just anything. But I just realized that I'm like, it's better for you to make yourself known.
Mama, this is
And
my
record everything
needle.
that she does, all of the signal analyzing and
I
stuff like
love
that,
my needle.
and save it. That way, when this does all break out, what's that?
I have my needle.
Oh, it's so cute. When this does break
Mom,
out,
give me my needle, hurry.
you have some evidence and some proof of them doing this stuff to you. So, this is like my new, I guess my new chapter in my life is learning this stuff, learning how to detect it, shielding from it, detecting it in the human body, and hopefully letting people have their freedom back because this has been like the worst thing that's ever literally happened to me in my life. I can't even believe how long some of you guys have been getting electronically harassed with this stuff. Um, it breaks my heart, it really does, and it's because it's such highly advanced, unknown math and physics that we weren't taught. It's very intimidating, but once you kind of start circling around it and understanding it, you just see that you know, it's just these weapons. But yeah, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to like redo all of the stuff that they were doing to me in the beginning. They call it a recycling process. So they turn up the V2K in your head and then they zap you a lot, zap you all over the body with this stuff, and they assault you physically all day. Like I haven't had a break, I'd say, in days. It's been nonstop. So it's like physically assaulting you. They turn it up, and then they heat your body up, and they also just do a lot of things so you can't really focus. Like if you're working. They also started turning my shock pressure up. So not only with the electromagnetic field, but also the pressure. So the pressure in my head, the pressure in my ears, and the pressure just all over my body. Like it felt like they were going to set a firecracker off in my body. Um, And then they keep on saying their audience lost my sponsorship. You know how creepy that stuff is? How it sounds? Thinking I was ever going to post that stuff. Ugh. And they're like, we literally torture people until they come back and make posts about our stuff. You know, this is going to be the most saddest thing for me when I have to like really come out and talk about why were they targeting you, and like some of the stuff that they were doing is like so sad. It makes me uncomfortable, but I'm like they were literally so jealous of a specific person. And I was like I thought there was a lot of jealousy over my boyfriend, my daughter's dad, but they literally were going to do a bunch of things to try to get him back in prison because they hacked my phone, they hacked my photos, stuff like that. I need to make a video about that. But yeah. So um they've just been doing all kinds of stuff to me, all kinds of stuff to me. And this is all because I won't promote their stuff. I chose to be targeted. They said that I needed to promote their stuff. They're like, nobody from their company ever got more famous than him. They're like, nobody has ever gotten more famous than him. He was supposed to get these famous ghost rights from us doing his, posting his stuff. It's a complete lie. The whole thing is a complete scam. So, like, yeah, so you guys can see, like, right now she's attacking me in my pelvis. And what sucks is this is a good radio spectrum analyzer, but it's not real time. So if you guys can kind of see, there's like a little green line going across the bottom. And for those of you, this takes like a 3 to 5 second span or something like that to scan. So within that 3 to 5 seconds, she can zap you and then it won't pick up. So basically you want to have a real-time radio spectrum analyzer. If you guys can't afford it, it'll be a lot easier to pick her up. And then also they're on the ultra wide band. So outside of like the normal stuff that those like EMF detectors detect. So you want to have something that scans in the microwave band ranges from what I understand. And this one does, but it doesn't do it at like the speed that you like really need it at. Like right now they just hit me, so um they've just like been hitting me and hitting me and hitting me, and they're like this is the way that they're going to try to encourage me and force me to go back to the cult, but obviously I'm not ever going to go. And nobody has ever denounced Mitchell Gibson and Kathy Ugly Ass Gibson. And yeah, they're like, we're trying to recycle you, but my detector is coming tomorrow. So I also know like this is another reason why they're turning this stuff up so high. Another thing too, they say they want my permanent injury. Meaning they're threatening to rip through my colon with this stuff, rip through my head. I don't know. At this point, I'd rather be dead, so I don't care. I just don't really. I was like, I'm very disgusted by this couple. I'm very disgusted by this weapon system that they use. I can't even believe that they thought I was going to be coached by this ugly asshole woman. And they're like, they obviously see like I'm not embarrassed about anything. Like, do I feel like I have to be on like this glam squad and look like I'm living all lavish and act like I got my money and stuff like that? No, I was like, I'd rather just actually show the truth on what's happening. I'd rather just be my freaking self. And they're like, nobody would have chose that route. Everybody's like worried about how much money they got, getting Instagram famous, them depositing money into their accounts, all of that stuff. I'm also going to wear a vibrometer. I brought one so you guys can see the vibration on our bodies and our pelvis in real time. So you guys can see possibly like every jiggle, like every time she comes and she hits me. In between time when this is like missing the decimal increase. And because these are military grade weapons, you have to be like that precise. Like you have to think when somebody's building something, they want it to be bulletproof, you know? So it sounds like such a brat to be like, oh, now you're saying there's that 3 to 5 seconds is like a real thing when you're trying to like perfectly time stuff and prove that you are actually being hit the same time that thing fires. So does your like EMG machine, or like, you know, like there's a correlation in when this is firing and when I'm feeling it on my body, so that they can say, yes, this is a directional energy weapon that's hitting her. She's being hit with something. And that's the type of stuff that you guys need in your medical charts. Um, Trying to get out of Tybro. So, and then there's another thing where they're saying like now you have a different fan base. I guess those people from Tybro were my fan base because they were following me. That's why I'm like, what? Like, you got to be so crazy when you have like Instagram and stuff like that, and people like try to, like, now there's people attacking with, I'm being attacked with a directional energy weapon because I unfollowed all of them. And they're like, people never seen somebody de-audience us before. What the hell do I give two craps? I was like, oh my god, I can't even believe people cannot unfollow them on Instagram. They like literally force everybody to ghostwrite and write stuff on their show, about their show and their stupid books, which their books are the biggest freaking scam ever. That stupid ass blinking sun. I don't know who's on this. I'm literally, when I say this is jumping, take a picture of it for me. I'm like, they're beating the crap out of me with this stuff right now. Especially, and I'm like, they did not want me to support targeted individuals at all. I'm like, once I found out what you guys went through, I'm like, I was like, how do I just get my mind right so that I can help, like, help build something for these poor people? Because Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm even seeing like some of these officials. Oof, they just hit me right now. Sorry, I'm getting hit so hard. I literally had to pause and like think. And they're literally hitting me only in my. I was like, so I'm like looking at the signal to see like, what does the signal say?